family, welcome back to my channel. This is Life of Interruptions with me, Pearl Osa, sending you love, peace, joy, and happiness to whatever part of the earth, whatever time zone, whatever frame of mind that you are in. So I need to give a disclaimer up front that you must please understand if you hear noises in the background. The house is in full effect. It's almost dinner time, and this was like that window that I grabbed to just quickly holler at y'all for a moment. So you can see my 12th born. Well, if I count all the other books I've done, then it's 11 plus 4. So it's my 15th, right? But that won't count because then I have to count all the other projects. So this is my latest book. And I talked to you guys about it in the last video, My Journey to Beautiful. And I just wanted to harp in on a specific point that I raised. And I wanted to talk about that, just talk about it a bit. Where I asked the question, and I think it's a question people have been asking me, and I'm just asking me on your behalf. And the question is, so do you think that you lost? Or was your faith affected because you lost? And I just want to talk about what happens to our faith when we lose. And if there's any such thing as losing for one who is loved by the Lord and called according to his purpose. Because the Bible tells us he works all things together for our good. So before I get into that, can I just ask you to please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know when I load something new. Okay. Someone just slid a car up against the door. This is what happens. I think this was it. So this is the next question. What happened to my faith as a result of losing? But that begs another question. Did I lose? No, I did not lose. Okay, this is not the part I want to talk about. I want to talk about, I know where it was. I know the chapter it was in. It was chapter 2. Chapter 2 is called, no, sorry. My own book. Chapter 3, it's chapter 3. And chapter 3 is called, can you see it? I don't know if you can see it. Mommy, bring home the crown. Mommy, bring home the crown. And this just talks about the impact that this whole situation had on my children, how they believed Mommy was coming home with this crown. And some would call that, I remember hearing quite a few times that people who were coming in with like being absolutely convinced that they were the ones who were going to win could be referred to as disillusioned. You can call it that, but I call it crazy faith because really, guys, as I said, I was sitting down minding my own business. But here is what I want to talk about. As you read, I want you to see that there are two types or stages of faith at play here. Faith that you will get what God said, and faith that you did get it, even when it looks to the ordinary eye like you didn't. And my children learned a valuable lesson in watching me demonstrate both. Okay? And I can't remember where it is right now. I can't see it. But I made mention of the fact that sometimes when God says he's going to do what he says he's going to do, he is going to do it, and he has done it. But the thing is that we are looking for him to walk through the door. You know, it's like when you leave the house and you say to a child, I'm going to get ice cream. I'm going to get ice cream and I'll be right back. Don't cry. Mommy's coming home. They stand at that door and they watch at that door. And when they hear your key go through the keyhole, they jump at you and they greet you and they want the ice cream. So it was the same with me. When God had spoken, he spoke about open doors and certain opportunities that were going to come from this walk of faith and obedience. I was looking for him through the door. But here's the thing, he is a supernatural being. Spirits walk through walls, guys. Spirits float through ceilings. They can come through the door. They can come through the floor. They can come through the window. And what I want to just encourage you about today is to have the kind of faith that grants you 360 vision. Vision where you can see the back of your head. Where you can see in front of you, you can be watching the door and watching the window at the same time. Because you don't know how he's going to come. Now, what does that mean? It means that he can give a promise and he has the prerogative to decide how he packages it. So he spoke to me about open doors, and the doors that have been opening are just beyond phenomenal. Those doors would never have opened for me had this panned out a different way. That's the reality. Had I walked away with that crown on the 18th of March 2021, I would not have had the opportunities I have now, simply because I would have been given for a year to fulfill a specific assignment, and I would have to contractually stick to that. It'll be difficult then to pursue everything else that I now have the opportunity to pursue. I was Newsroom Africa was in with us today for the second time in this month, actually, just finishing off an exclusive feature that they're doing on me and my family and the pageant and all of that. And they were coming for the second time because they didn't get enough footage, they said, the first time they came around. And this time around, we're just talking, and the guy says to me, my goodness, you are everywhere. Like, I open the newspapers, and there you are. I've seen 2 articles alone this week. And those articles are focused on, different aspects of my life over and above just the pageant. It would not have been so. Even the Newsroom Africa thing itself might not have happened. I would have to have permission to... and I'm sure the permission will be granted, but the thing is that God had said, when my husband questioned, like, why? How did you, get us go on this ride and then do this? And he said, I didn't want anyone to own you. So, most of that will be unpacked in other forms of content that I'll be putting out in a couple of, over the next couple of months. And I'm putting out that content always with the intention to share a moral story. Always with the intention to have you introspect and see your possibilities, to see hope again, to see what God is doing, and to build your faith. That really is just my assignment. So, bottom line is, he came through another avenue. He came through another access point. He came through another opening, and I had not been seeing it. I had not been prepared for it. But now that I'm seeing him in full effect, like I've turned it around, like, oh, you were there. I'm so glad to see him in the way that he chose to come in. And guys, I just want to encourage you, whatever it is that you've been, hoping for, hanging around for, waiting on, it might have come, hey, it might have already come, and you might not have been able to identify it because the packaging did not look as you expected. When they knew Messiah was going to come and they were looking in the palace, but he was in the manger. But would we say that Messiah did not come? And we sit till today, there's groups of people who are still waiting for his coming. He's come, he's gone, we're done. But, they could not accept a manger move. I want to encourage you to be able to accept manger moves. He will come in a still small voice, and you'll be busy looking for the rushing wind, and you'll be looking for the big thunderous voice. And that's not how he might choose to come on that occasion. I'm always reminded of Elijah saying to Elisha, if you can see me when I go, then you'll have the double portion that you asked about. And Elisha had to train his eye. And there was a lot of, debris and distraction in the whirlwind that was busy taking Elijah up. But Elisha could see him. And I always try to imagine when the Bible says he repeated, my father, it's almost like my father, like that focus, intentional focus to see Elijah in the storm. So guys, you might be going through a storm, but I want you to have intentional focus, deliberate focus. I was sharing with my husband the other day, I said, it's not like the nicest creature, but just, one of the wonders of God's creation. I think of a fly. A fly has compound vision. And what does compound vision mean? It means that it has a number of eyes on its one eye, or its 2 eyes, are made up of a number of eyes. So we as spiritual beings have eyes that are made up of a number of eyes. In other words, we're able to see in the spirit, we're able to see in the physical, we're able to see in the emotions, and that's a factor of, I guess, inter and intrapersonal skills, where we're able to see the pictures of the words spoken. We're able to see in the silence of the things that people don't say. We should have that compound vision to see all the parts that make up the whole. And something else about the fly's eye is that it's not like our human eyes are in front of our head. So because my eyes are here, I can't see what's going on there. But with the fly, the eyes are up here. And so it can see there, all at the same time. It can see all around. And, it can see 360. At the same time, it can see all around. And we need to have that where our eyes are on top. In other words, we do not cast our vision on the things that are below. We cast our eyes to the promises of God. The psalmist says, I look up to the hill from whence cometh my help. That's where your eyes need to be focused. They need to be in a figurative way, on top of your head, on top of the situation, so that even if you are sinking or you feel like you are drowning, you try and keep your head above water. Let your eyes be the last thing to go down. Because every time he would come, he would always say, behold. When he speak to the prophets and he wanted to do something new, he would say to them, what do you see? Behold. And he works with us and operates with us based on what we can see. And most times, not what we can see in the physical, but what we can see with our spiritual eyes. So I just want you guys to be encouraged. I want you to know that this God of possibilities is a God for all of us, and what he has said is possible for me is possible for you. What he has said is possible for, friends that you are seeing who are blowing and making it and riding a wave and getting their breakthrough. And what is breakthrough in any case? I mean, that's a whole nother topic. Like, it packages itself in so many different ways. But all I'm saying to you is watch all around at the same time. That's why he says watch and pray. Watch and pray, the prophet said, I will keep my watch and hear what he would say. So we watch in times of prayer. We watch the news. We watch in our interactions with friends. We watch through socializing. We watch in the spirit. We watch in our dream time. Keep your eyes and heart open. Don't shut down your spirit. You've heard the new song that my baby wrote for me.
Wipe your tears, stop the rain. Love is gonna make you smile again. I know you've been hurt deep in your heart, and you say you're not gonna love again. Sometimes we fall, but we can rise again. Please don't say no to love today.
And he was saying, you can hope again, you can dream again. Don't give up. There's a saying in his place. It says, even those who are crying, they cry, but they still look at where they're going. So many of us might have faced disappointments, but we can't afford to be crying in our disappointments, eyes closed, walking on the streets. You open your eyes, you shine your eye, you focus, you check out the situation, but you can still go through your emotions, but with faith. Don't let your emotions take you to a place where you don't see God anymore, where you don't want to see God anymore, where you begin to question him and fight with him and disagree with him and disbelieve him, because without faith it is impossible for us to please him. So it's been a mouthful. I just wanted to pick up that one snippet. Listen, guys, the book is available on Amazon, and the Amazon version is loaded. It is practically double this volume in terms of content. So in the Amazon version, I don't have pictures. Like I've shown you this before. It's a nice coffee table edition, and the reason I've made it that way is so that it's a collector's item. Lots of lovely photos, and the photos speak to the story that I'm trying to tell. But in that other edition, I pack it full and juicy. You'll find the link below. It's on Amazon, and it's just a proper novel. It's a memoir of the specific time that I was going through. But there's so many teachings, so many nuggets of wisdom, which I was at liberty to expand upon and really delve into and connect to scripture, which I didn't really do here because of the plethora of audiences that would be reading this book. And as I said, because it's a collector's item. It's something you want to put on the coffee table. You want to celebrate this journey of beautiful with me as you embark upon your own journey of beautiful. And I will be sharing in the near future about this place called Beautiful and what it means to each and every one of us. So, as usual, it's been lovely. It's been beautiful. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share this video, please. Just holler at people and be like, have you seen this? Have you followed this phenomenal story of this crazy lady who joined a pageant in her 40s with 10 children and fell pregnant with the 11th while in the pageant and made it all the way to the finals? That is a testament of what my God, your God, our God can do. And your generation is just waiting for your phenomenal story, just so that they can have hope to dream again, to start again, and believe again. God bless you, keep you, cause his face to shine upon you. As for me, I love you much, love you plenty. God bless you.
me.